young Americans ever make. And then after they serve, some come home, ask for a little more pain and suffering by attending university. So again, before they head out to the next challenge, thank you for coming and helping us recognize their great accomplishments and these student veterans and soon-to-be graduates and alumni. Our first guest speaker tonight, I like saying, you reduced your bio by like 17 pages. So.
Reduce even more.
John Keenan has served as Salem State University's 14th president since 2017 and is passionate about expanding opportunities for students and the region, and under his leadership, much has been achieved to advance the institution, respond to student interests and workforce demands, and make higher education more accessible for all. So there really were a lot more highlights to this, but he can tell them himself. Please welcome the president.
Any of you that have been here in the past, it's a little dangerous when Sergeant Major goes off the script. So you never know what's going to happen. I appreciate it. Well, I don't get to say this as much, but welcome to Veterans Hall, right? It's appropriate tonight, for sure. It's great to be here for our annual graduating students, Veterans Stole ceremony, and alumni celebration. It's my honor to extend a heartfelt welcome to all of our graduate and undergraduate students and veterans here tonight. Congratulations on your remarkable achievements at Salem State. Your dedication and success are truly inspiring, and we thank you for your unwavering commitment to our country. Allow me to share some insightful data about the incredible impact student veterans have on college campuses. According to the National Veteran Education Success Tracker Project, student veterans, particularly those utilizing the post-9/11 GI Bill, demonstrate outstanding academic performance. Compared to their peers, veterans are more likely to graduate earning higher GPAs, pursue academically rigorous degrees in the fields like business, science, technology, engineering, and math. On average, the student veterans achieve a GPA of 3.35, surpassing the national average of 3.11. Since 2009, post-9/11 GI Bill has empowered more than 450,000 student veterans to complete post-secondary certificates or degrees. Impressively, 23% of the GI Bill graduates are women, reflecting a higher percentage. I don't see that here tonight. Reflecting a higher percentage than in the armed forces itself. Student veteran using 9/11 GI Bill embody excellence and potential, continuing the legacy of those who leveraged the World War II GI Bill to help shape America's vibrant economy, perhaps the greatest economy ever. Your accomplishments are testament to your determination, your resilience, and your strong work ethic. Be proud of all that you have achieved. You inspire me and everybody here today. I'd also like to welcome some guests we have here with us tonight. We take great pride in being a veteran-friendly university, and I think a tribute to that is many of the faculty are here this evening, but almost virtually all of the President's Executive Council are here. So I think I saw Provost David Silva, right? Provost is here. Thank you, David. Vice President of Advancement, Andy Ray. Right, so I'm Andy, down back there. Vice President of Student Success, Bonnie Galinsky is here with us as well. Thank you, Bonnie. Vice President General Counsel, Rita Colucci. Thank you, Rita. And Vice President CFO, Karen House. I think I saw Karen too. So that's 5 out of our 6 of our senior team. So that's how much the veterans mean to us here. And our guest speaker this evening, a Salem State alum, MBA graduate. Can I say 2001? Is that all right? 2001, and former senior advisor to the Executive Office of Veteran Services, and former secretary of the Massachusetts Department of Veteran Services, Colonel Cheryl Lucy Poppy, as I said, graduate 01. To the families and friends here this evening, and the veteran students, your steadfast support and encouragement are invaluable to their success. For those present there today and those in spirit, thank you for the vital role you play in our students' success. A night like this would not be possible without the collaborative efforts of so many individuals and organizations. The Salem State Alumni Association, Mike Mitchell, thank you, Mike, on behalf of the Alumni Association. Salem State Alumni Veterans for their partnership in establishing and sustaining the cherished tradition while supporting our student veterans. The Veterans Affairs Office, led by Sam Elysian, Thank you, Sam. Samantha Cox and Karen in your office as well. Thank you for all that you do for our students. And welcome back. I think I saw Ted Sarzinski as well, right? Ted, thank you. Couldn't stay away, right? You had to come back, right? Nothing compared to you all. This is fun. Once again, congratulations to our Viking student veterans. Your achievements fill us with pride, and I hope you'll stay connected to one another and to Salem State in the years ahead. There are almost, after this weekend, after next weekend, there'll be 75,000 strong alumni in this region, so you are a member of a big team. So with that, congratulations. I look forward to seeing you across the stage next weekend, and I'll give it back to the sergeant major.
Thank you, President Donald. John Keenan, sorry. So we talked about going off script. Last year I forgot the script. Totally made it up the whole way through. Good thing it wasn't recorded. And this year I had my own, and then Sam kitted this beautiful one together, and it sort of looks similar, and as I'm reading, not quite. Because they added a lot of it. So, without further ado, I'll introduce the finer details of Colonel Poppy. We left it to Sam, so it's like, all right, we're back on script. Sure, you gotta sit through this. All right, so another Salem State alumni, the native of the birthplace of the National Guard, Colonel retired Cheryl Poppy, served our country in the Commonwealth for over 35 years. First in the Mass National Guard, superintendent of the Veterans Home in Chelsea, and as secretary for the State Department of Veteran Services. And man, where's my script? He's got ... here, so just can't really do this, Cheryl. So you're gonna have to cover that what we're doing now. So, but from June 23 until her retirement in December of 24, Cheryl served as a senior advisor for the Veteran-owned Business Development and Partnerships at the Mass Supplier Diversity Office. In this role, she increased the number of certified veteran-owned businesses competing for state contracts for both the Supplier Diversity Office and the Division of Capital Asset Management and Maintenance, with increased veteran participation in construction and design certification. She also had the privilege to chair the Holyoke Veterans Home Reconstruction Access Inclusion and Diversity Committee to ensure veteran participation in the enterprise and workforce during construction. As she navigated her next chapter into retirement, Cheryl is pursuing her interests in travel, nature, and family history. She continues to stay engaged and actively supports her alumni associations here at Salem State and URI. Several veteran service organizations. Chelsea Rotary and Richelieu Club north of Boston. You can explain that. Cheryl continues her advocacy and support for service members, veterans, and their families. Secretary Poppy holds a Bachelor of Arts in Elementary Education from the University of Rhode Island and a Master's in Business Administration from Salem State University, as well as the United States Army Command and General Staff College. Please welcome Colonel Retired Cheryl Lucier Poppy.
Take it out of here. You just need to make sure it works. Uh-oh. Okay. Thank you, Sergeant Major Emily, for that wonderful introduction, and thank you for your welcoming, President Keenan. It is such an honor for me to be here at my alma mater with you this evening at Salem State University. I want to thank Sam, Ted, from the Veterans Office, all the faculty, staff, and graduates for the honor of speaking with you here today. I am so honored to join my veterans who support you, along with the dedicated group of alumni that are here this evening. So as a fellow Viking, I am a proud resident of Salem, As I mentioned, I served in the National Guard for 30 years, and you're very kind to say 35. Total, it was 16 years with state service before I retired. So I thought about what I was going to talk to you about tonight, and there are two real main things. One is thank you and gratitude, and the other is a call to action for continued service. And first, thank you for paddling your way here this evening. And if I could take a departure from the English language, if it ain't raining, right. So we know that that's easy for everyone to do here this evening. So in some countries, as we know, military service is mandatory. You have to serve for maybe 1 to 2 years. And then when you leave that service, though, and you enter a business or you go to school, you are with a lot of people who serve. But you're different. You're unique. You step forward and you chose to serve, to raise your right hand. And when there was a job to be done, especially a difficult job, you sent me, and you stood forward to do that. Where only 1% of the nation serves in the military, you're part of a smaller but very wildly important population. That's why your relationships here matter so much with each other, because you share common values. And that's what makes your commitment to education even more special after military service. And this is what makes your family support so special. Not only did you serve your country, but you continue to serve your communities and your campuses. So thank you. And to the faculty who supported you for the last 2 or 4 years, we appreciate that commitment and support, as well as your families who have stood by you during these years of academic rigor, exams, presentations, projects, internships, and term papers. I used to stay up all night typing like, we don't have to do that anymore. And thank you for your patience, your persistence, and your resilience and tenacity. Those same tenets and qualities that got you through your military service has now brought you to this point here, to graduation. But now on to that continued service. I hope you will continue to participate after graduation and stay engaged. As veterans and learners, you embody the best of what does make America great. You've demonstrated extraordinary courage and an ability to meet the moment and rise to bold new challenges. And over the years, as time passes quickly, and it passes very quickly now for me, I've thought more about the value of time and how we spend it, and who we spend it with. It's even more of a precious commodity, but it presents us with a chance to reinvent, to reflect, reimagine, remake ourselves and our lives and our world in ways that we never thought possible. Salem State provided me, and now I hope you, with a foundation for success and friendships, no matter what your goals or where your life path may take you from here. And I hope that for you here tonight, that some of you might consider spending some of your time perhaps in public service, either in your community or the Commonwealth. Earning my Master of Business Administration at Salem State prepared me well for a second career in public service after serving with the Massachusetts National Guard. My service in Veteran Services was an incredible honor because each day it was solely about fulfilling our mission. Then in the last 18 months, I had a wonderful opportunity to continue to serve as a senior advisor for veteran-owned business development partnerships with the Massachusetts Supplier Diversity Office. So after working in programs, services, outreach, and healthcare for all those years, I then started working with small businesses. It was a new challenge, and it was also rewarding, because then I was able to lean more on the business part of my degree from here at Salem State. And things like the pitch competition take on a whole new meaning when you're actually working with veteran-owned businesses that are trying to get started and pitch for those different opportunities. So I enjoy my work in public service. It offers unique challenges to solve big problems and to make a difference in the lives of so many people that you may never meet, but you can make a difference in their lives. And while I was pleased to work in veteran services for most of my post-military career, let's remember, you're needed everywhere. We need veterans everywhere. Public sector, private sector, nonprofit sector, academia, in all the commercial industries. We need veterans with your voices and with your values that you bring to that work. So as I retired from public service last December, you try to take some time to think, what do you want to do next and what you're going to do with your time. And the time does still move very quickly. I can't believe it's already been 4 months. I found that service doesn't end just once the regular employment ends. I had the opportunity in April to visit Washington, D.C. with the Military Officers Association of America. And their motto is, never stop serving. So we were speaking about the issues that impact our service members, veterans, and their families. And that's just one organization. Some of you probably belong to others, and there are many other opportunities out there for you to still stay engaged. So no matter what the steps are in your personal and professional journeys, remember this time, this evening, today. Stay in touch with each other as much as you can. This network here at Salem State will still be here for you. Lean forward, dream bodaciously, Sergeant Major Emmerlich's favorite word. So you will be able to continue to meet the moment whenever or wherever you are in life after the commencement exercises are through. And know that your education here at Salem State has prepared you for the dynamics of a rapidly changing economy in the nation and the world, and the ability to meet new challenges confidently. At least 4 years ago, maybe some of you longer, you took an oath. You took an oath, maybe sometimes longer for other people, to protect and to defend the Constitution of the United States of America. That same dedication, that courage, that commitment, that conviction that you expressed when you took that oath has now brought you here now. And so as you come forward from here, take advantage of unexpected opportunities, whether it be for volunteer service or other kinds of employment that may come your way. Because while they may not align with your academic major that you pursue, you may find them rewarding and enriching. So I close tonight by thanking you for the call to serve our nation, and I ask that you continue to serve, enriching your communities, our communities. And if there is any way that I can assist you in the future, please do not hesitate to ask. I have cards with me, and everyone here at the university knows how to get in touch with me. And as you look around, this support for you will never end after commencement. We are here for you. So congratulations. I hope you have great weather next week at commencement. I'm sure that tonight's weather will guarantee that. And I wish the very best to the class of 2025. Thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl Poppy, very much. You stayed away from the Ratio Club. It's a Polish organization you're part of.
French. I really need to practice because it's terrible.
All right, so don't raise your hand. If some of you airports are going to have to look up what bodacious means. All right, one more page down. So before we get in the ceremony, I'd like to give a brief history behind the significance of the skulls and the challenge points each veteran will be receiving. So the word skull derives from the Latin sola and from the Greek skole, la, meaning garment, array, or equipment. And there are many theories as to the ancestry of the skull, but the most likely origin is to be connected with the scarf of office among imperial officers in the Roman Empire and later members of the Christian clergy. The original intent then was to designate a person as belonging to a particular organization and rank within that group, a function which the skull continues to signify today. Although its origins are lost in history, the challenge point today bears an organization's insignia or emblem and is carried by the organization's members. Traditionally, they are given to enhance morale and improve membership in that organization when challenged. In some of the more serious units, if a member of that unit is caught without that coin, they will buy drinks for the entire bar. And I have been both the recipient and the victim of such as morale building exercise. So as we proceed to the skull ceremony, each veteran will be called up and presented with their skull by President Keenan and Colonel Poppy. And you'll also be presented with the Salem State University Veterans Coin by Sam. So without further ado, so remember I told you about the order march? Yeah, it's changed because there's a couple of Marines in the crowd. And we don't want to move the camera, we don't want to break it in. So Sam's going to guide you along when we get started. All right, we get the holiday. Oh, small. What is going on? Good thing there are 30 or 40 minutes. And we still move the camera. Good? Okay. All right, well, we get the, yeah, so, we're gonna do them over there? For the photos, right? Okay, so our first graduate is a Marine Corps veteran, Junior Andino. Okay, U.S. Navy veteran Jason Ash. Another Marine, Matthew Donaher. I'm just going to go a little slower for the Marine. Next year I'm bringing a big giant crane. Yeah. All right, Air Force veteran, still serving in the Air National Guard, Nelson Marquis. U.S. Army veteran, Thomas Moisicek. He caught a lot of crap. That name. All right, U.S. Navy veteran, Ken Thornton. Proof there is no height requirement to be in a submarine. And finally, U.S. Army and still serving National Guard. No, not with that beard. Yeah, he's in that stuff, right? U.S. Army and National Guard veteran Jeremy, welcome to Keynote. Yeah. Wow. For a second there, I thought an Air Force veteran was leading around. All right. So really, this thank you to our many distinguished guests here and the command staff of the university here. That sixth person, I guess it's going to be a new opening on that command staff. We're missing tonight. Special thanks to Sam and Ted, his final stole ceremony. Ted, excellent work. Ted started just a couple of years right after I began as the Director of Veteran Services here in the city. So we work very closely together, got a lot of things going here, got a Veterans Center. It's a great organization and a great team up here. So it was everything in this place. It's got some big shoes to fill. The Veterans Affairs Office, of course, hard work and dedication made this evening success. So thank you, Mike. And as I mentioned earlier, without the family supporting these veterans and all the veterans out there, and whether they go to school or not, but just taking that initial step and stepping into the breach to defend our country and our way of freedom and a way of life. It takes the family and a lot of good friends to make it happen and support them throughout. So thanks to the families and all the especially all of the guests that came out tonight. So I wish you the best. I gave you a little speech in there, right? So veterans, you got to take care of veterans and everybody else, right? Because if you get into one of these organizations and they find out you're a veteran, it's like, okay, you're in charge. So take charge, represent well, and join any civilian organization, group, little league, not to play, coach, or a veterans organization, right? Because we are a shrinking demographic. Less than 1% ever served, less than 1% ever veterans, and you'll see when you get into them, there's always somebody that connects. So go ahead and join and continue to serve if you can. So ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. Thank you all for coming. The 5 of you got to stand fast because we're going to get a group photo up here, and hope to see all of you wearing your stoles next week. No excuses. Ladies and gentlemen, I said that part. Thanks, Sam. God bless our troops. God bless the United States of America. And thank you all for coming.